If you're a brand owner and you're watching this video, you know that e-commerce is a pretty capital intensive business. However, it is a high transaction type of business, so the smallest of changes can massively impact your profits for your business. And why I love e-commerce is because the leverage that you can create inside your business once you create an arbitrage of profit is insane. So it is, especially with paid ads, you have insane leverage to be able to maximize the amount of sales and cash flow and profits you're making for your business once you can crack the code for your business. And I'm going to talk on that right now and how we took a brand who literally had gone through dozens of, a handful of different agencies with no luck, unprofitability. And we came in and within 90 days took them completely profitable. And you'll see here's that screenshot. Our head growth strategist for this, about to hit our second profitable month at 10 to 11% profit and 4 to 5% profit after our agency fees. And this is for a business that was pretty much from ground zero. Still not massive revenue figures, but still feels amazing being able to say that we helped bring a D2C store to profitability. Very proud of this one. So you'll see before, brand worked with a handful of agencies, never found profitability. And the reason why I see this is because so many agencies are looking at the wrong constraint, aka they're only looking at the ad account. And that model is dead. The ad account is hardly ever the issue is what I see. So what we did was we quickly realized the unit economics for this brand made 0 sense, and it was like trying to make $100 million selling popsicles instead of selling yachts. So one thing I want to talk to you about is a perfect e-commerce company. Typically what I see is that it's 25% COGS, so cost of goods sold, 25% overhead. However, if you're a newer brand, like sub 100K a month, you might not have 25% in overhead. So you can get away with blending overhead and COGS together. So you want to make sure these together are below 50%. Ad spend, allocate 25% for getting new customers, and then the 25% is profit left over. Now, what we did to fix this business. Step one, we ran their business through our business health calculator. So I'll show you exactly what the business health calculator is here in a second. So we do this with any new partner that we bring on, and we discovered how to properly do this after being able to recruit some of the top people in the industry that have worked with brands really that are doing over $100 million per year on Shopify. So this is when I was able to see an ad account that was at a 0.8 return on ad spend, scale to over $250,000 per month in spend, and the owner was happy with it. And I'm like, when I first saw this, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. The business obviously is not profitable. How could they spend $250K a month on ad spend with a 0.8 return on ad spend? What I figured out was that they were above the metrics that business owners actually care about. They were above their profit target. They had plenty of cash flow, and they were growing month over month. And what I found is that it's very easy to get vanity metric ROAS inside the ad account. So everything looks good on paper. Don't know what's up with the balloons there. Everything looks good in the ad account. You have a marketing team that's like, oh, our ROAS is so good. Everything's great. But in reality, your top line revenue is stagnant or even going down. So what we want to do is create new customers, new cash inside your business. That is how you're going to grow your top line revenue and also how you can remain profitable. And it's not always what the return on ad spend in the ad account is saying. You can run retargeting ads and that number will look higher, but you'd rather go after new customers, lower your ROAS to get new customers, and make sure you're above your profit targets that you set. So anytime we come into a business, what we do is we see what are all the expenses inside your company. So adding up cost of goods sold, payment processing fees, shipping costs, fulfillment costs, other COGS, our fees, everything inside your business, your ad spend, everything. So then what we established with the company that I'm speaking on, they were unprofitable, was that this number was 60%. So I'll just put this. This number was 60%, which is extremely high. You will always want this number to be below 50%, and the lower it could be, the better. And if you look at it like a math equation, the only possible thing that you could do is decrease your cost of goods sold, payment processing fees, shipping costs, fulfillment costs, other COGS, but sometimes that's just not in the cards. You can't do that. So what do you have to do from there? You have to increase the price. So for them, they were actually below, they were in like the $30-ish range. We had some very simple strategies where if we could just increase the average order value by 15%, now we added 15% in profit to their business, which then meant that the true COGS came down to, really it was like 31%. And you see their total cost of product and to fulfill went from 60%, and in this case it actually went to 45%. So they just gained 15% in profit just by increasing the price. I didn't increase the price on this one, but I just want to show you a little bit of how this works. And that makes us more profitable immediately. So for this business, they needed something like that. So they had clarity around when they could, what their margins were and when they could scale. So we found that their COGS were 60%. That was too high. We raised their price 15%, and we silenced the limiting beliefs that the market would never buy their product at that new price. That is total not, it factually is not true. Apple was the same thing. When Apple first came out, you're going to pay 5x, 10x for a new phone. Nobody would believe them, but you could always charge more money. And you have to increase your price. Even if you feel like your product is a commoditized item, there are ways you can still get away with charging more. We enhanced their new offer and funnel to convert more new customers at a higher price. So imagine making more money on your customers because you increase your price, but then having more people buy your product because you enhance the offer in the funnel. Then new COGS were less than 45%. They instantly made 15% profit, which made their ads a lot more profitable. And the result of doing all of this is we're literally just getting started. We're refining and scaling, and all this took less than 90 days of working together. They have sold over 1 million households on Amazon. Something they had been struggling with is just the not having a sales channel other than Amazon primarily in retail for their business. So now they finally have a new sales channel on Shopify where they can rely on it and also add enterprise value because they own the customer data. So big win for this company. And this is how we were able to turn, a company going from unprofitable to profitable on Shopify. If you want our exact marketing system, let's talk.